college football season. Ranked team against unranked opponent, and we'll see if the upset can shake up the rankings in this one. Welcome to Boise, Idaho, and Albertson Stadium, home of the Boise State Broncos. As we'll see a squad from the back, the UMass Minutemen, taking on last year's national champions, the Boise State Broncos. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. UMass will kick off and will be underway. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Broncos offense will take the field first. And guys, defenses have been trying to figure out for years how to keep this guy from getting open, and they just can't seem to solve the riddle.
No, this guy has experience. He's been in the big moments, and it's so nice to have a guy that's been in your system, in your scheme. He knows the in and outs. You can move him all over the field. You can't place a premium high enough on a guy that knows the system inside and out.
You're right, and tell you, it was a great day for this offense when he decided to come back for his senior year, too. There were a lot of people that thought he might declare for the NFL. They weren't sure if they were going to lose him to the portal or not. He decided to come back. He believes this offense can do something special, and if they're going to do that, then he's obviously going to have a big year.
On 3rd and short, just trying to get enough for the first down. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32. The Broncos come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Now they'll run the draw. Tackled at the 43 after picking up 10.
Love the work by the running back on that draw play. He sold like he was going to be pass blocking. At the last second, got the handoff, and right away put his foot in the ground to get upfield.
The sweet feet keeping the play alive. Quarterback gets the first down. He's pushed out of bounds inside the 40 at the 38, and these guys are on the move.
These guys aren't human anymore. I mean, they got to survey the field, throw the football, make deep passes, and then guess what else? They pull the ball down, take off, and make big chunks of plays on the ground. It's just impossible to be on defense nowadays.
And this one will be stopped for no gain. Let's talk for a second about Boise State. They found some success on the recruiting trail, got a top 25 class. Now the question is, what can they do with it?
It's a top 25 class. It's not littered with a bunch of 5-star blue-chip prospects. They've got guys they feel like they can develop down the road. But, David, the big question is, how long is it going to take?
Yeah, and sometimes when you get that top 25 class, you also found some diamonds in the rough. And then some guys that have some potential that get developed. So, interested to see how they do in developing these guys.
That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. And the Broncos will call on their punt team. He ought to be able to use his first punt to pin him deep. And the ball will bounce at the 4 and find its way into the end zone for a touchback. So UMass's offense will take the field for the first time. And this running game, Jesse, which has been suspect, is going to run into a stone wall in that linebacking core.
I think the big question then is, how is this offense going to have any balance in this game? They need to find creative ways to run the football. We've seen this linebacker shut down much better running backs than what they have on offense. So, David, they're going to have to find ways to still get their backs touches and try to keep them away from this guy, because he is a heat-seeking missile.
He is, and he's sideline to sideline. He's good in the pass. He's good in the run. Like, he really is hard to get away from. Maybe read him some. You know, get the ball out quick. Try to avoid him as much as possible, because he has wrecked many a games.
Not just do you get to make a big play on defense, but it's also a TFL, tackle for loss. It doesn't get better than that.
Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on 3rd. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. UMass will line up to punt it away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Return's going to get it up around midfield. He'll be down at the 49-yard line. Boise State ready to send out that offense. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
Oh, they're after him. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. Now facing second and long after the defense came up with that sack. Got his man. No chance to run, but still a good gain.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. He's got an open man.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. Operating in the red zone here on second down. From the gun, the running back looking for room. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Offside defense.
So they'll decline the penalty, pleased with the results of that last play. The Broncos will try to punch it in on first and goal. Use the play fake, now to throw. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. Touchdown, Broncos! Quick strike through the air for the score.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Now the play fake. Caught in the backfield, it's Addison. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Behind the chains now on second and long. Back to pass. Fires to the right. Fired just a little too long as the junior frustrated he missed that connection. This Boise State crowd bringing the noise. It's deafening here on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the tight end. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. UMass getting set to snap it on first and 10. He'll keep it himself. Past the first down marker and still running. And he's brought down after a nice gain. This UMass offense is moving quickly down the field. Wide receiver going in motion. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
I don't know if the quarterback read the coverage properly on that one, but obviously the result is an incompletion.
So now it's second and long. Looking to fire. Safe completion on the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. The Minutemen a bit behind the sticks here on third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Grabbed over the middle. It's Addison. They are on the move as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 28.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
He'll do it himself. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Really nice job by the defense playing responsibility football, making sure the quarterback couldn't make any of his reads, making sure the picture is not clear, getting downhill, getting the quarterback on the ground.
That's the end of the quarter, and Boise State has the lead. And we've come to the end of one, and let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. So second down here as we're back at it after the break. Trying play action. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes in offense, you're hoping the run fix can slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Snagged in the middle, it's Addison. They bring him down, but he's got a first and goal from the 10. The Minutemen were pinned deep in their own territory, but now they've got a little breathing room.
I love that from this offense. 3 is good. You're in field goal range.
Looking for the end zone. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's second and goal.
This is the area of the field defensively. It really doesn't matter what they've done to get here. You got to bow up, try to force.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, UMass. Looking for the tie with the extra point. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Boise State has it back, ready to go to work on offense. Hard running there.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single...
Turning it on! Out across the 30 to the 39 after getting 10 on that one. From the 39-yard line, it's first and 10. Right back to the well. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Right on the money. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. It's complete to the left. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down.
Hey, QBs, when you see zone coverage, man, can you manipulate defense when you have a good pocket and you've got time to throw. He had a little bit of time to throw. You can move guys with your eyes. That drag comes wide open. Good throw, good catch, first down.
Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Fired just a little too long as the junior frustrated he missed that connection. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Running back searching for a hole. And it'll be a pickup of 9. They're facing a 3rd and 1. And the Broncos come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. They'll try to bully their way for the first. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down. The Broncos kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Powers through the defender. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. The lost yardage leaves him with 2nd and 11. They'll leave it with him. And he runs it all the way down to the 3-yard line before he He's finally knocked down. He's now up to 66 yards on the ground, and he wanted to make a first impression, and he's doing that in this opening game. He just needed a yard on third down, and there just wasn't any room to pick it up. So the offense is going to go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. To the end zone, and it's picked off.
And you will always remember your first. And how about that? Breaking on the football, getting an INT, the first INT. Keep the football, brother. The first of many big-time plays for this guy.
Pressure coming. And down he goes back at the 3. These guys are bringing serious heat. They are like sharks swarming and just getting after the passer. Look out, he's got room. Runs for the tackle. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line? The blue turf rumbling on this third down attempt as the Bronco fans exhort the D. All bottled up, and now the ball is free. A loose football in the end zone, and the defense there to pounce on it for 6.
And the defense right now flying around, getting to the ball carrier, knocking the ball loose, running into the end zone, jumping on it for a touchdown.
Lining up for the PAT. And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. Hawaii dug down deep and found a way to secure a coveted road win. And who knows how the pundits will view this one, but I'll tell you this. It sure beats trying to explain a bad loss. All that speculation all week, and now we know. But something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. They've already racked up big sack numbers. It's starting to snowball, and they are ready to go again. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly. The Minutemen with a ton of work to do here on third down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. He lobs one high down the left side. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's fourth down. UMass will line up to punt it away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. He will not make a fair catch. Field the punt and bring it back. The Bronco offense back out there ready to give it another spin. That last possession, a prime example, Jesse, of how things get condensed in the red zone.
Hard to throw.
Fires deep toward the end zone. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. Snags it over the middle. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit.
Throws toward the end zone. Touchdown, Boise State. They went for the big play, and boy, did it ever pay off.
And how about this offense? Man, they must have used fall camp perfectly. Coming out firing on all cylinders, smooth, in a rhythm. Great start to the year by this offense.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. From inside the 15, here comes the return. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. The Minutemen going back to work on offense. Running out of time here in the first half, and they do have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And so you got to locate your best players and get them the football on this drive. You're down in the game. There's obviously a lot of football left, David, but on this drive, in this 2-minute situation, best players got to touch the ball.
And this could get into pressing mode, right? Like you go into the half down a couple of scores, the pressure really mounts. Good opportunity to take some of that pressure off, get some momentum, energize this squad going into halftime.
We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. He's looking to throw on 3rd and short. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23. The defense calls the timeout, their second of the day, as they try to get their act together. The kick is on its way. He's got it. Slips through the line, working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. From the shotgun, the inside give.
Great offenses always stay ahead of the chains. That run right there, now you're in a good position. It's not 2nd and long. It's not 3rd and long. Now it's the whole playbook's open. The defense really has to honor run and pass on the next snap.
Got his man on the right. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks. They cross midfield at the 45 with a 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Complete to the left. Knocked down at the 22. That's a 1st down, and they can still stop the clock. Off play action. Fires to the big fella. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. He just threw that one away. Nobody was getting open. He had to live to find another play in the red zone. It'll be 3rd down. And the Broncos come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Rushes on him. Nice job there to limit the running room, and they get him out of bounds after a short gain. And it's 1st down, but they'll try the field goal in the closing seconds of the first half. And that is no good. Missed the field goal, missed the chance to make it a 3-possession game, but still a 14-point lead, guys. And with time running out here in the first half, this offense will choose to take a knee. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Gentlemen, this matchup on that Smurf turf, sign me up for another half in Boise. And it's been an absolute clinic in fundamental defensive football so far. A total standoff with both teams refusing to give an inch. And I know this new era of football is about chucking it all over the yard and just outscoring the other team. But this game is a throwback, and to be honest, it's refreshing. And with that, let's send it back to our guys high above the Smurf turf.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. The Broncos will kick it off to start the second half. He'll bring it back from inside the 15. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The UMass offense returns to the field. Down 2 possessions to start this 3rd quarter. They'd love to build some early momentum.
You ain't lying, because you only got so many possessions here in the second half, so now you're down. I got to maximize every single one. Put your best plays together. Start this drive off on a good note.
Yeah, it starts right here. Obviously, you can't get it all back on this drive, but you can create that momentum. You can create something special and some energy, but it's going to start with this offense here executing at a high level.
Got it in the middle. It's Addison.
And there you see the bind that the RPO play can put a defender in. That linebacker had to make a decision. Was the running back going to get the ball? He thought so, so he bit up, and that allowed the slant to be thrown in behind him.
They'll give it to the back. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. This Boise State crowd bringing the noise. It's deafening here on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab. He'll have enough for the first down, and they stop him at the 45. UMass quickly back to the line.
Well, the defense makes the tackle. They give up the first down. They've now got to communicate the next play call. They can't substitute because the offense is going fast.
Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down. The Minutemen can explore that playbook on second and short. Leaves it with the back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Third down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. Quickly out to the tight end. They'll move the chains. Good execution on third down. They've got it at the 41. UMass getting set to snap it on 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on first down. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49.
The defense has been so dominant up front. You've seen it in these passing situations. That now the 7th sack of the game.
Finding open areas. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. UMass to the line facing 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. Got it in the middle, it's Sims. Powers through. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, UMass.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Boise State ready to send out that offense. They just saw their lead cut in half, and now they'll try to answer. Makes the grab on the left. He'll step out of bounds right at the 44. A big-time pickup on that one.
I love playing man-to-man defense, and I love getting up in your kitchen and jamming you at the line of scrimmage, but it's really hard when they start running these crossing routes and drags and ends because now I'm in chase mode, and the QB has a little bit of space a lot of times, and those fast guys can create some separation and get a first down like they did there.
And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Quarterback may change this route. After the incompletion, they go back up top. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming. Boy, guys, they got off to a great start with that big first play on this drive, but now a couple of incompletions leaves him in a hole. Finds his man. It's man. Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the first down. They've got it at the 40. And the Broncos are marching down the field. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And of course he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry.
And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44. The Broncos come to the line in the hurry-up.
And the offense, after giving up that sack, they're not going to take time to think about what happened. They're going right back to the line of scrimmage to try to run another play.
He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
And the offense here dialed up a really good zone beater. Give credit to the offensive coordinator. He called the right play at the right time.
Fires to the tight end. Offenses gain momentum with 3rd down conversions like that. They've got it at the 25. The running back has it. Blast his way ahead, but not much room. A pickup of 1 to the 24.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
They missed a field goal on that last drive, but here on third down, they can't afford for this possession to come up empty. Quickly complete. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 13.
Hey, that's a great job executing the drag route. You just bring the big fella across the formation, wait for him to come open. The quarterback does a good job seeing him, finds him in the hole, hits him. Perfect job.
He finally goes out of bounds after the explosive play, but now the question is, did the official see something to bring it back? A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. And the Broncos started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. Got it set up on the outside. Breaks into the open. They've got him now. He almost picked up that 1st down on the screen. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. The Broncos line it up with a 1st and goal. Slams it ahead. Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone. And these guys just score from anywhere out there? After that drive, it sure looks that way.
And that's what separates really good offenses from great offenses. When you're backed up in a bad position and you can still fight your way out and go get you a touchdown, that's a great drive by the offense.
They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. From inside his own 15, looking for a crevice. Gets it up to the 37 on the return before he's knocked out of bounds. The Minutemen going back to work on offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit. The blue turf rumbling on this 3rd down attempt as the Bronco fans exhort the D. Quickly to the tight end. At midfield, he's got room. They convert on 3rd down as he gets it to the 46-yard line. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. And they get him on the ground, and that'll probably do it for the 3rd quarter. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody, based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. Wants to go up top. Bringing the heat. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
Quarterbacks don't have high completion percentages from their backs. It's been really hard for this QB to get in any kind of rhythm. We got to change something up here. We got to do something different because
And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
Pretty nice as a defense, right? When you can go nickel, put 5 DBs on the field and not have to blitz anyone, trusting your front 4 to get the job done on 3rd down, and they do it right there, getting the sack.
He'll try to field the punt and bring it back. And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. Boise State has it back, ready to go to work on offense. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
After a big gainer on that first play, now they can really go for it on 1st and 10. just a little too long as the junior frustrated he missed that connection.
Man, the quarterback threw that ball hard, too. And I know sometimes when you're throwing an in-breaking route, you want to get it to your receiver quickly. But when you try to strain and throw it harder, oftentimes your accuracy is what suffers. And you saw it there on the incompletion.
Makes the grab. No chance to run, but still a solid pickup on that one.
You see a lot of offenses late in the football game with a lead get conservative. I like they didn't. Like, they trusted the passing game. You're going to get looks that you know what they are. Defense has to be aggressive. You know, they have to be aggressive because they're down. They've got to get to the quarterback. They've got to get stops. Nice job throwing the football.
And you just get the feeling that this defense has to find a way to get off the field and get the football back at this juncture of the game, trailing late if they're going to win.
Caught over the middle. It's man.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
Slips through his hands and incomplete, and they had everything set up for the screen except the catch. And the Broncos are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Wants to throw it. They're working that left side. They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9. The Broncos in the hurry up. Wants to go up top. Looking to get it in. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive.
The offense trying to throw it there quickly down close to the goal line. Nice job by the defense tackling the catch.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Into the end zone. And he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity, but it's incomplete.
And this is the part of the field, man, you really got to have a plan because these windows get smaller and you're trying to fit that ball into the end zone. It's difficult to do. Quarterback, receivers, they got to be on the same page.
And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Broncos.
Well, I think this home environment was just too much for their opponents to handle. There's been unbelievable noise and energy. The crowd showed up today, but how about the playmaking on the field? These guys have got dudes all over the field, and this kind of win week 1 sends a statement and reverberates all across college football.
From inside his own 15, let's see how far he can get. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. The UMass offense returns to the field. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
Tight end now in motion. Here's the handoff. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. UMass now faces a 3rd and short. They'll run the sneak for it.
Well, and he gets stuffed on that QB sneak. He's just not doing a really good job of reading the crease and finding a little space to kind of tuck into and drive his feet. He's just running himself into a wall there.
Well, and how about the big boys up front? Make a crease. Push somebody back. Create some space. There was nowhere to go.
Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on 1st down. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
It's pretty obvious. This defense came into this one knowing they were going to have to play a complete game until there were zeros on the clock, especially against this quarterback. You cannot take your foot off the gas, and that's exactly what they're doing here. Late in the 4th quarter, they're still bringing it, and they get another sack.
Finds his tight end. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the 1st down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. And the deflection by the defense brings up 4th down. No sign of the punt team as they will go for it and try to move those chains. On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. Makes a grab past the marker. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense not exactly the perfect fourth down call there.
Well, you got to give this quarterback a ton of credit because he showed tremendous confidence on that throw. That wasn't just trying to throw to the sticks. That was being aggressive and throwing it down the field. Not a high percentage throw, but he had confidence in his guy to win one-on-one, and they keep the drive alive.
Man, you got to like these last two plays by this offense. You understand, you're in a deficit. You've got to score multiple times to...
And the defense, they've got him at the 27. UMass just trying to get some of that yardage back here on second down.
And I tell you what, this defense, they've heard all about how great this quarterback is. They came in today with a mission, with a purpose. They've been flying around, harassing him, and making life so hard on this offense.
On third down, he drops to throw. And he really wanted to get the touchdown there, but it's incomplete.
The defense is in great position right now because they've got a huge lead here in the fourth quarter. They know the offense has to take shots to try to get themselves back in the game, so they're calling their coverages accordingly, and there was nowhere to go with that football. Really nice job by the defense being in position to force the incompletion.
They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work. They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. Using the pads, using the stiff arm, using all kind of strength to get it across the 25 to the 26. And the Broncos in a good spot here with second and short. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. We've reached a 2-minute timeout, and in all likelihood, they could just run the clock out. We'll see if they want to rub a little salt in the wound. On third and short, the run and looking for the first down. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. The Broncos getting set on 1st and 10. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Picks up the first down, still moving. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Just nosing into enemy territory at the 49. It's 1st and 10. They'll ride the hot hand. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
No mystery on that play. With the lead, we are going to run the ball. You know it's coming, and we are running right at you, right into the teeth of the defense, and they're still able to get a nice gain.
On the run, it's O'Neal. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. We waited so long to start the season, and just the way you want to start, getting that first victory.
And the first games are so much fun. You've been practicing against each other over and over all through camp. Now you get to come out, start the season off 1-0, Jesse. Great start.
It was a great start for the winning team. Now, for the losing team, obviously not the way you want to get into this season. There were some mistakes with execution, and guys are going to have to do a better job individually. But that's why you play the games. You get to now go back to the drawing board, get back on the practice field, try and iron out these wrinkles. It's a long season ahead. A lot to play for.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.